How's it going, everybody? This is Doomkid. I'm here with my friend, MtPain27, and we're getting into the final and mean stretch of Plutonia.
That's right. Let's put this thing to bed. And starting off with Bunker, which is one of Plutonia's least remarkable maps, in my opinion, anyway. Always had a lot of trouble with this one as a kid because it's gigantic. 159 monsters is a ton for Plutonia. Plenty of high-powered enemies and more than a few weird bits. So we'll see what you make of it.
I like the starting, what I'm seeing at the start here. There's plenty of health and guns and stuff. Uh-oh, lots of shotgunners, though.
They make religious use of this green Plutonia exclusive texture as well.
Yeah, that mossy, sort of leafy look.
It's so weird. It looks like rippling water, except it's like spray painted. I don't know.
Once these guys are out of my hair, I'll look at it more closely. Oh shit, I didn't mean to, I wanted to bring out the single barrel.
I remember this texture appearing in,
Are you talking about this one here on the wall?
yeah, the green one. Is it? I think this is the credit, the cast call, or the curtain call, texture.
Oh, and yeah, like at the end, yeah, I can't even remember that texture because in multiplayer, whenever you beat map 30, it just wraps back to map 01.
Yeah.
So
Believe you me, the first time I beat Plutonia, I stared at that motherfucker for a long time, and I just cussed again. I'll get used to it, people.
Dude,
I swear in real life.
That's the way you're in the Doomkid house, the house of swearing.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that like I took a great sense of accomplishment when I beat Plutonia the first time, and I remember its end screen probably almost more vividly than TNT's.
TNT's was just like the icon of sin with blue eyes.
It's a pretty great end screen though because it ties into the story text, which I think TNT has possibly the best. This is very unrelated, but I think it has possibly the best end text any classic Doom installment because it ends on a cliffhanger.
I like that it says the sky turns blue too. As a kid, the idea of the sky changing color in Doom was really cool to me.
Well, and it's very mysterious. It's like one of the most uncanny and kind of freaky lines that you'll ever read in a Doom game because there's no explanation for what happened. It doesn't even explicitly set up a sequel. I mean, it sort of does, but I don't know. Well, I always really like that. I like TNT's titles or inner texts. Funny to begin with.
Man, these pain gunners.
Dude, be careful. This room is nasty if you have no ammo. Be warned. Pain gunners. That's going to become our... And Bayrons. You just killed a Bayron.
A Bay-Aron.
Oh, sorry. A Bay-Aron. That was the meme. You know, it took me probably 8 playthroughs of Plutonia to find the secret that you just found on your first try.
Well, every now and then I've got a good eye for secrets, and every now and then I'm just terrible. I don't see what's right in front of me.
I mean, I guess I had to train my own eye to find off textures and stuff like that, but it's just, I don't know. Always used to elude me.
I'm so used to what to look for with textures at this point.
Yeah. The chat/comments will have to weigh in on this, but I really dread this level. I always dread it more than I should in the end. Like, I finish it, and it's like, well, that wasn't so bad. It's not like there's, like, tremendously difficult fights. It's just... I think there's a lot of optional stuff. I think you only need, like, 1 or 2 keys to finish.
I mean, it's not been a joke so far in difficulty. It gave me a lot of health at the start, which was nice, but...
Yeah.
It's not been a slouch. Like, it's maybe not as hard as Plutonia at its hardest, but it ain't easy.
Right. I think there are... Oh, the ambush happened. Oh yeah, the ambush happened.
Big ambush out there. Damn.
Yeah, so that's actually... This is probably the case I think of the most when it comes to, like, when I used to... Playing in vanilla, I used to pause the monsters whenever I saved.
Yes, that's right.
I believe we mentioned this earlier in the series, and this is a absolutely critical moment where I basically needed that exploit to beat this map because there were so many monsters flooding out of that trap up there. I needed to freeze them all so I could get past them.
That was a great unintentional cheat / feature in vanilla.
Yep. I guess an additional reason why people who or why the save scumming idea became prevalent. As if you stop the game, if you save and reload, it stops the game for you.
Changes the logic in a way that it doesn't in source ports since then.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta ask you. I've watched you play a significant amount of Doom at this point, and every time you go up to a door, I hear it click click. You have the use key bound to a mouse button?
Yeah. I click on my doors to open them.
Interesting.
In vanilla, because you have to double click, if I recall, I use the space bar instead.
Well, what do you use to fire?
Left click.
Oh, okay, so you're right-clicking on doors. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
I'm left-clicking to shoot and right-clicking to open doors. I feel like someone else mentioned that just the other day, actually. Like, what? You clicked to open the door? You're not the only person to be surprised by that.
Do you use spacebar to jump when it's allowed?
Yes, I developed right-clicking to open doors because jumping in multiplayer servers was super common from 2005 to 2010.
It opens a door on the other side, maybe with the imps or the other switch. Interesting. Yeah, I've never put any value on jumping, so I always have used space as my use key. Now, a lot of people will swear by E, but I find that that's a strange contortion of the finger, and also...
if I've got to strafe left and right constantly while trying to open doors and get away, that ain't gonna be a happy time.
It interferes with my movement too much. I can't let it interfere with my movement.
Now, if I had a sixth finger, that would be optimal.
If you were Count Rugen from The Princess Bride.
You know what? I haven't.
Six-fingered
Don't
man.
shame me, MtPain, but I haven't seen The Princess Bride.
Oh,
don't shame me. Okay, we can shame.
We have to. Okay, well, no, it's not shame. It's actually a great opportunity. We have to have a movie night after this and watch that movie sometime. It's an all-time classic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
All-time classic, enjoyable at all ages, in all walks of life. A little something for everybody. You'll understand the reference after you watch the movie.
All right. I'll be expecting someone with six fingers.
That ambush is so funny. I'm sorry. That ambush is hilarious. There's just so much going on over there.
God, I knew I'd need to save there because I was like, yeah. Oh, wait, here we go. Blue key. That'll help.
Mm-hmm. I'll say it one more time. TBT to win that was a lot of revenants.
Oh, yeah. I love that, like, Plutonia is like your second WAD that you started with. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I probably have played almost as much, if not more, Plutonia than TNT, because I play TNT as, like, my comfort food. But Plutonia I played exclusively for a while as a challenge. Like, I wanted to get good at it. Keyboard only, even. I don't think I ever did get that good at it. Like, I had a system for each map. Like, I kind of knew where to go and what to prepare for. Yeah, those canyons flood. You need to get a rocket launcher, my man. I think it's over. Like, oh no, it's behind you. I think it's not there. It's at the end of the hall behind you. Not that way. The other way. The exact opposite way.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, through the Revenant. I'm watching on the delay, so I'm probably giving you bad directions.
That's okay.
Through there, I think. I think so. Press that switch.
Oh, this one?
I could be wrong. Maybe it's in the slime room. I remember being in this hallway somewhere. I think there's a slime room around here. Not that way. In that door? No. Be next door to that, to the left.
Let me. Oh God, there's even more hit scanners. Shit, let me get that.
This is so illuminating because I had forgotten what it's like to play these maps for the first time. I mean, you only do that once, but yeah, this is a pretty hard map.
I know I only got 9 points of armor for that, which was a real waste, but fuck it.
may have even used. You may have even got rid of your mega armor. I'm not sure what the last armor you picked up was.
Oh yeah, I probably should have. Yet another reason I should have waited till it was like below 50 before I grabbed it. Damn.
Just trying to think of. Yeah, I think it's down here.
Here it is.
Yeah, there's your rocket launcher. That's critical.
I really hope that there's like there's a stim packet. Oh, that's so.
There we go. I can't believe how far you are already. See, like I always remember this map particularly. This map and map 23, I remember taking a long time, and then map 29 just took an eternity. Which we'll get to in this episode.
Whoa!
I love how we're tracking your evolution as a Revenant missile dodger as well.
Oh, it's a slow.
In this series.
Does this hurt me?
No, you can run on it.
What the hell, man? I'm sitting here tiptoeing around this nukage. Just make it F water or mud. Oh.
See, I played Plutonia probably a dozen times before I watched Civi's review video on it back in 2019, and him mentioning the lack of consistency with respect to damaging floors is the first time I thought of it for some reason. For the first time I realized it.
Oh, like it just never occurred to you as a kid that the liquids, like...
Yeah.
I remember...
I mean, I think they only make water damaging once, so, I mean, I figured any liquid it might damage you, it might not.
See, I had shareware Doom since I was like knee-high to a pissant. I was like a baby when I had shareware Doom. It was Doom 2 I got when I was like 6 that opened up the doors to me really loving Doom. But I remember when I first saw blue water on map 1 of Doom 2, I was like, whoa! After seeing the green liquid for so long, it was just, oh, what the fuck? Like the opposite of that.
You actually line def skipped, and there's supposed to be chain gunners that pop out at you, I think, right there.
I skipped them. Wow, okay.
I mean, you're probably not going to be able to do that on the way back. You should probably take care of the Revenants. You got 66 rockets after all.
Oh, yeah, wow. Okay. Where are these Revenants? And they're...
Just the whole gigantic ambush.
This is around to this side, is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I keep not seeing that. Oh wait, that's not the right door anyway. Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, there we go. Kind of bottleneck themselves. There's actually, I think there's a fair amount of goodies.
Oh man, the rockets help so much with that. I was getting my ass kicked by that. I'm back up with good high health and armor. It's always nice.
Yep. I think there is another secret in there, in the crook of that. Yeah, there's more cells. Maybe not a secret, but there's definitely more
resources.
Yeah. Their off-color wall there, I believe that's a secret.
Yeah, you saw that moldy wall, huh? Ooh, nice.
I don't know if you remember the first secret map or the first bonus map of Rowdy Rudy 2. I believe that was Need Health's map.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the name off the top of my head. Damn it! I remember the map. What was it called?
I feel like I don't know what it was called. I just know it was one of the bonus maps that was limit removing.
Jungle Assault was Mikey Scoots, but what was Need Health was something. Damn, it was a really cool map either.
I feel like I made a comment in that video in the Rowdy Rudy Dean of Doom that. Oh, that's where the chain gunners are. There they are. You didn't skip. I remember commenting that his he seemed to borrow a lot of this map's aesthetic. His map. His Rowdy Rudy map reminded me a ton of Bunker.
I can see some similarities, for sure.
Mostly this, like the reliance on the gray brick texture.
Gray stone.
It's not like a brick.
There's definitely commonality.
Like yeah, it's not like 1-for-1 or anything. Just,
no, but just loosely inspired. I know what you mean.
It's got Plutonic influences.
Yeah, as a lot of Rowdy Rudy 2 does, after all.
Even your map 17.
Hell, the first map has arguably a little bit of Plutonia 2 influence in its visuals.
Yeah, it's jungle.
Same texture resource as well, so that helps. Or at least a lot of overlap.
So I don't know if you remember back at the beginning, right outside the bunker, there was either a blue or a red switch where you shot all the hit scanners.
Oh, okay.
You gotta kind of backtrack to where I think if you go through these little tunnels, you'll eventually bump into some lifts that you can take.
Okay.
To get to those switches, and if you get to either one of them, you win.
Ah, here we go. So
you only need to hit one. Yeah,
oh, that's strange. And it's hit forever now.
Yeah, it's open. The exit's open.
Okay.
Now, I think there either is another ambush or there's a couple more monsters. You basically got the map beaten though.
Okay. Where's the red switch? I just want to hit it just for the. Whoa.
You gotta find it's an area that looks just like this, except I think it's like the other side of this bunker. So it'll be an area that looks like a canal leading to. I'm not giving you very good instructions.
That's okay.
Just look for like another little nook in the canal.
Well, look, there's a couple more baddies. So.
Yeah, they flood the.
Yeah.
There they come.
Might as well use this balsamic vinegar while I have it. I know I'm stretching it.
What?
I know. I'm stretching it as thin as possible at this point.
Palsma.
Yeah, Palsma, because it was plasma rifle. Then it became Palsma rifle. Then it became Palsma riffle, and now it's plasma raffle. Yeah. Is like the lottery that Doom Guy's entering.
Yeah.
And so and now.
Well, I won't have you. I won't have you sullying the good name of my client, being a representative of Big Plasma.
Oh, of course. My apologies. I forgot about your Big Plasma contract.
And can't have you dunking on my client there. There's the other switch, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
found it, and 100% kills. Look at you.
Well, what do you know? That was not too bad. Is this one of the secrets?
I have no idea where the other two secrets are. No clue.
Oh well. There's one of them.
Looks like, yeah.
I honestly just want to find that exit button now. Or exit teleporter.
That one's easier to find, because it kind of like this canal, or I should say the moat, funnels you forward more naturally than it is. It's easier to find forward progression than it is to hit both of those switches.
I see. So if I need to go further down that?
Yeah, just drop down there, and it'll lead you into that room with all the pillars again. And those guys, yeah.
Here we go.
Just no, not in there. It's down the hall. Hang a right and then a left.
Yeah, and then.
Then, like you'll pop out if you just kind of follow the way this is leading you.
Okay, so that's where I got the red key.
Yep, up the stairs, then there. Just jump across the canal. Of course. There we go.
There we go.
That is one of the twistier maps in Plutonia, though. I don't blame you for getting turned around.
When we first went through that area, I just didn't notice that the teleporter was in that little cage either.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it and noticing. Okay, never mind.
That was like, yeah, I was just hyper focusing on something else. Okay, let me take.
Oh boy, get ready.
Dead Simple.
Ready for
no, not Dead Simple. Sorry. The Living End.
The Living End 2, in this case.
What in the name of love? What the hell?
For a long time, I thought this was the hardest map in Plutonia. I don't think it is the hardest, but it's definitely trying to be pretty damn hard.
Where's the radiation suit and the shotgun?
They definitely don't want you to jump off here.
Okay, I'm just like trying to find a teleporter at this point. Oh man, okay, I need to start all over.
Yeah. That was a disaster.
I don't know what to do?
There's a gun over
there's
there.
weapons in here. Okay. Wow, I feel dumb now. I didn't realize that was
All those
opening up.
pain elementals, though. Man, oh man.
At least I killed some stuff before getting attacked this time. Damn.
The rate of delinquency is high in Antichrist.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. There's delinquents out the wazoo.
Great music choice for this one, though. I saw the demons.
Yeah, I love this MIDI. I'm listening to. I know you can't hear it on your end, MtPain, but I've got a badass sound font right now.
Heck yeah. See, I think Rivix composed the
What
MIDI
in
for
the name
MtPain27.
of?
Oh no!
I didn't save either. Damn it.
Well, now you know what to do.
Yes.
Scoot around and get the plasma.
Oh shit! Wrong. I went the wrong door. Okay.
Okay.
Now this
Got
is
ourselves
one
a
of
hot start. I think it's the. Oh, you got it.
those, you know the rug pulling that myself and Willy Wanker have mentioned before? This is definitely an example of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, except not really, because you're triggering an ambush that you know exactly what's going to happen. It's.
Well, that's what I mean. Though. The first
Based
time it just killed me unceremoniously. Then I was like, oh, I see. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, but you also died 2 or 3 more times after that, so it wasn't.
Well, that was just me sucking, but the first time was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, my opposition to that argument of that's bad design is...
Oh, I didn't say it was bad design.
Not-
Well, that's not... I won't go that
There's
far.
very few Doom fights that you're only ever going to experience once. I mean, I don't think the point of Doom is to go through a map, play it once, and forget about it.
No. They definitely thought of replay value in designing the... Oh, you... love it. They definitely consider replay value. I totally agree.
Well, I was
What?
just thinking today, dude, what is going on?
I'm just not, you know, you are better at single player Doom than I am, so just bear with
Oh
me.
no, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to imply that. I'm just, I guess I'm getting it. It's a little herky jerky today. I'm not seeing. It's better than a slideshow, but a little worse than a stream.
Oh, okay, so it's not fudge. No, why?
Oh, I think that's a permadeath. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. You're good.
Wow. There's just shit wants you dead at every corner.
Hey, if you see a chain gunner that's mounted on high, like in a cage, don't bother trying to kill it because there's an archvile that will constantly resurrect it.
Chain gunners on high?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be kidding me. This is the most frustrating, degrading, down before you're done.
Not getting the reference,
It's
unfortunately. I'm
just,
illiterate.
I don't even remember what band. It was some dumb song I heard on the radio like 15 years ago.
This
remember-
map is so punishing.
I remember because I saw it in the YouTube poop of all things. It's like a Mario cartoon. Mario gets knocked over and then he just goes, frustrated, degraded, down before you're done. It's just so funny.
It sounds so grunge now that I'm hearing it.
It was very, the 2005 energy in that song was very prevalent.
Bro, you got a plasma rifle. You got a Palsma.
Dude, I'm gonna use it.
But you know,
Don't
you never
plasma
do
me,
though.
bro.
You're so... See, okay, one of the most frustrating things, there haven't been that many sources of frustration watching you, but one thing I am a little frustrated about periodically is your consistent refusal to use the big guns. You only ever use the super shotgun, the chain gun, and sometimes the rocket launcher. You never BFG and you never use plasma.
I BFG.
Only if you have to. Only if it's absolutely necessary or if I point it out. I don't know. You just... You underutilize the 6 and 7 keys.
Shit. You're right, I probably do. Fuck my god. Whew.
Oh, that's... See, that... I appreciate that impulse right there to explore, but the Casalis don't usually reward that.
That wasn't... I appreciate that you think I was trying to explore just then, and not just that I fell off.
But you didn't genuinely think you had to go that way, did you?
Oh god, no. I just was looking for the teleporter once I fell.
Oh, well, yeah. That's what I mean by, you're just figuring your way through things.
Oh shit. There's nothing. This is all just for
Yeah, it's
show.
not... This map is not as supplies rich as map 24. There's the caged chain gunner. You can't kill him permanently.
Oh, I didn't see that Revenant rocket coming right at the right side of my face.
That's dirty.
Wait. Oh no.
I haven't saved since
Oh
an
no.
eternity ago.
That is a long way back. Yeah, these chain gunners are garbage though, because you can't turn right away. They're total garbage. They're an automatic health packs.
Oh my god! It's just laid out. It's scientifically calculated.
Brutalizing, man. It's one of the hard. This is. I mean, I said it. I used to think it was one of the hardest maps in Plutonia. It still is a hard map. There is a method to its madness, though.
Oh yeah, no, it's not unfair. I wouldn't call it unfair. It's just hard as balls. Oh shit, man.
I wouldn't even say that you've hit the hardest parts yet. It's just it's a very nasty start, and then you can kind of go slow. And then there's a couple fights that I used to think were just total rolls of the dice that aren't actually.
We'll get there in a second.
Oh no, all these deaths I feel like are my fault. There's very few like truly forced damage. Not well, you know. I would say very
except
little
for those chain gunners.
Very little of what's going wrong is the map's fault, and very much of it is my fault.
I blame the chain gunners placement at the beginning, or that teleporter.
Those ones are just BS.
Those are BS. Feel like the long range revenants are less than kind.
Certainly. There's no teleporter that way.
Yeah, they're pretty unmerciful about placing teleporters in the slime in this part, or in the blood in this point.
How come I don't have a shotgun? What the hell's going on with that?
I don't know. You know what? I'll bet there is one somewhere. I don't think you can get over there, can you?
I got up there last time pretty easily, and I thought I could go in that hole.
I'm curious to see if there's something there, because I'm not... At this point, I have no idea where the secrets are. I think I knew where I was going in the beginning.
What?
Oh, that's a soft lock.
Good thing I saved.
Those are just chambers. Wow, that's fascinating.
That's pretty lame. It's so easy to get. The first instinct was, oh, I bet there's a secret down there.
Yeah, the more you know.
Wow, that's so easy. You can just walk up that one. That one's like...
Oh my god.
I just had to confirm, you know what I mean? Like...
Mila, what are you doing? It's funny, I'm sure you know, you know Memento Mori's maps pretty decently. There's a map that is in this Living End style in Memento Mori. That's Dario's.
Yeah.
But Milo did both of these. Like map 24 and 27 are like the same exact aesthetic.
But they're Milo instead. So they both
Milo.
brothers had a crack at it.
And I like to think that Dario inspired Milo to make these two.
Oh yeah, this came after Memento Mori, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That's right. That's right. I think of them as being roughly the same age. I mean, they are historically. Still.
I can never remember who's older. I think Dario's older.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Milo was the miracle baby. You know the story of Milo's birth, right?
No, I don't.
He was his father had died before he was born. Oh. He was artificially he was like an artificial insemination baby.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I think he was like one of the first people to be born by that way. It like made the news and shit.
Oh wow, okay. That's crazy.
Only knew that through Doom Wiki.
I'm sad that his father died, but I'm glad that he was born.
Yeah.
That's a crazy turn of events right there. I'd never. Oh, that's the infinite. Dirt. More shells that I can't use.
Yeah, okay. Milo's birth in 1977 caused minor controversy as he was conceived via artificial insemination using the preserved sperm of his deceased father, Roberto Casali. Described as a miracle baby by some of the press, the action was at the time condemned as morally wrong by Vatican newspaper L'Osservatore Romano.
You mean to tell me the Catholic Church was in the wrong? I am stunned.
Yeah, imagine the Catholic Church being anti anything but traditional birth and traditional sex.
Yeah, I'm blown away by that. Yeah, well, okay. So it was just basically a certain
it's
segment.
A thing that's essentially normal now, but it is a little trippy, I guess, in 1997 or 1977. Sorry.
Yeah, 1997 is when he was finishing up doing Doom stuff.
Wow, he was 19 when he made this map. 19-year-old designed a mainstream video game release.
That doesn't stun me because all the id dudes were in like their mid-20s, early 30s at best.
But 19?
19
Still
pretty,
definitionally a teenager? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty damn.
So I have no idea how old Dario is.
I mean, I started mapping when I was 9, but I didn't make anything even close to this good, arguably, until many, many years later. Oh, fuck.
But Dario's only 3 years older, so he was a whippersnapper as well.
Yeah, early 20s. A lot of 90s gaming stuff, especially stuff targeted at like DOS and early Windows. Fuck, man, that's hard.
Yeah, this open air part is nasty. You're gonna probably want to find a little bit of cover, or just like don't stand in the open.
But the open is nice. You get a nice breeze, you know.
I guess, but there's no breeze in this cave.
Yeah, that's true.
Very stuffy and dead.
Yeah, that's a good point. I really wish I had a snot gun of some kind.
A snot gun?
Yeah, I have none.
Just use your nose.
I can't get close enough to... Ah! No!
Just don't blow your nose for a couple of days and just blow really hard out both barrels.
Double barrel. Oh,
barrel snot gun.
I hate that chain gunner right there. The
Yeah,
Archfiles... The unkillable Archfiles resurrecting stuff is got to be one of the most frustrating mechanics, in my opinion.
It would work in this map if there was a way to turn him off, but there isn't. In other maps, there is, but I guess they decided, nah, in this one. You've already been here.
Yeah.
You gotta get to that cage. I think you get there with a teleporter. I forget how, though. Oh, wait. No, I remember which teleporter it is, but I don't remember how to get there. Don't go that way. You've been that way a million times.
It's confusing for me.
I think it's straight, and then through that little gap. The Mancubus. Oh, no, never mind. Shit. Ugh. Navigating aloud in Doom is much harder than wandering around. Okay, now, yeah, okay. So there should be a teleport if you go down those stairs.
Down these stairs, okay.
Yeah, I think isn't there a teleport over here somewhere?
Yeah, there's
through there, and then, like that. Where does that take you? Have you taken that teleporter yet? And then jump there. Oh, there we go. This is the room you want. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna take you to the cage room, and that's a nasty ass fight. So just know that you can teleport out of here anytime you want with that the way you came in. Yeah, that's probably the wisest move, because otherwise that is just a total mess.
That's the fight that as a kid I'm like, that can't even be possible. And I kept trying and trying and trying, getting zapped by Archviles and killed by Hell Knights and ripped apart by Revenants. Finally succeeded through sheer brute force.
You brute forced it, even as a kid.
Yeah. Nowadays my method really hasn't changed, but I'm better at the game. I'm a little more better reaction times and better ammo usage, so. I also never even pistol started back then. I had a BFG and I didn't know how to use it.
Pistol starting was not the norm culturally in Doom until like the late 2000s, for the vast majority of players.
Oh yeah, no, I believe you.
Like, maps were meant to be beatable from a pistol start in case you died on that map and forgot to save. That's why they needed to be pistol startable. But then it just became like, but then also you're getting the most true challenge of the map, so people just adopted that, you know what I mean?
Well, and I gotta say that I started pistol starting, it didn't take me very long to go from, I have to pistol start every map because of Dean of Doom. It was like maybe a couple of WADs. I pistol started sort of against my will, or like thought there was a significantly more challenging experience. And pretty early on, I decided that it was just, for me, a more gratifying way to play the game because you get more usage out of each of your weapons. I think one of the reasons I described in the Doom 64 video was I actually get to use and appreciate the shotgun, because you have to use it before you get the super shotgun, as opposed to just having a super shotgun in like every map past map 2 or something.
Do you have any idea where? I'm sorry, I just gotta ask. Do you have any idea where the heck to friggin' go?
You gotta press the switch with one of those keys. You just got the blue key, so I would look for a blue switch.
There's a blue switch to. Okay.
I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I hope it's not down in the cage. I don't think it is, but it's possible that it is. Try to take the teleporter again and drop down to the right.
It might be that button.
Press that button?
That one. No, I hadn't pressed that.
I didn't press that button. Oh, wait. Heck?
That may well be the one.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back in there. I mean, yeah, now you gotta jump out or go back into the schmutz.
Oh.
Oh, good.
I have such.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
You go ahead.
I played this one less than a lot of other Plutonia maps.
This is.
Was that the sound of a Doomkid rage?
Yeah, it was. I've got to be honest, it was.
Freaking.
There was that.
Yeah, I'm maps that restrict where I can walk. Not usually my favorite. I've grown to kind of have some appreciation for maps where like it's not platforming maps, but maps where the space is highly restricted and there's like lots of catwalking. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for, and that was the switch you were looking for.
So
appreciate
like
that.
to,
took me a long time too, though.
You like to go on the catwalk, MtPain?
Hmm?
You want to strut your stuff on the catwalk?
Oh no, that's really not what I was referring to. Doomkid.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just. Forgive me. This map has just destroyed my brain.
It doesn't look fun, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like you're having fun, and it doesn't look like I would have fun playing it.
I'm glad I saw the demons is playing in the background. I'll put it that way. And I'm glad that obviously you and I are talking. That's between the MIDI and us chatting. It's the experience is being saved a bit, but yeah. This is not among my favorite Plutonia maps. I just don't like the. You mentioned the catwalking. I don't like that at all. I don't like strutting my stuff on the catwalk. Fuck.
I know this map is melting your brain a little bit, but I don't think there's ever a good excuse to use a rocket launcher on a mastermind when you have 269 cells. I will remind you again. I'm being sponsored by Big Plasma, and I can't allow this. I can't allow this kind of neglect and abuse on my client's time.
I'm sorry.
Like, I don't think it's not really a big brain strategy to use cells when you've got a whole backpack full of cells.
I'm not. Hey, are you saying that it's a small brain strategy not to?
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, you know what? The rocket launcher. Fuck. The rocket launcher. Oh man.
I'm laughing with you, not at you.
I believe you, quote unquote.
Yeah, right.
Dude, who's shooting at me? Why? I did nothing to them.
You know, this map actually, I'm remembering the Spider Mastermind. This might be, I mean, again, I didn't see very many Spider Masterminds but in Final Doom. There's just, it's like maybe like 6 in Plutonia or something like that. It's not very many. But this might be one of the times where I realized that the Spider Mastermind is not that bad. It's not that scary. Ah, the sewers. This one is much easier. You should have a much less stressful time in this map.
I kind of like the starting view.
Oh, it's great. I love the sewers. I think it's a fairly unpopular opinion, but I really enjoy this map.
Well, there's the meme that sewer maps in Doom can't be good.
Well, sewer maps in any game can't be good.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, it's just Doom was just so early in the list that I think of. Oh, I thought that might have been a door.
I think that is a door, but only on the way out. So you have to find the passage in there. And
Two computer maps?
Mm-hmm.
In case I need to see twice as much stuff? Oh no. Let me grab it.
I think this... I like how there's like 2 textures there. The wall texture. There's like metal part on the lower half and the brick on the upper half.
Yeah,
you don't see that a whole lot.
That's a cool texture.
It's actually a very pretty map and a very well like coordinated map. And honestly, if you want to talk about maps that inspired like Sunder, Sunlust, any kind of heavily geometric based visual
big
design.
Circles full of baddies.
Yeah, but like look at how like the wall kind of, I mean it bevels.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very pretty. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
I agree. It's well done, especially for the time. Okay.
If you want to get some guns, and kick this thing off, there is a lift you can take, or you can take down. In the center console. Don't go there yet.
Oh, okay.
It's right over there by the torches.
Oh, I see. Wow.
There's a library with a lot of guns behind that thing.
Well, that's a nice little stash, isn't it?
It's very satisfying, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Seeing all those guns laid out like that.
More ammo for later, too, in case I need it.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get a ton of equipment in this map. We are radically over-equipped. Tons of monsters, but you should not be starving for anything.
Awesome. Oh!
Watch out.
It's like a Monster Condo-esque sort of trap there.
I was just going to say this room reminds me a lot of Monster Condo. Oh, I think there was you could see the head of a revenant in there.
I thought it was a lost soul.
Yeah, me too, but it is bony head sticking out. I just pictured lost souls like with their fire coming out of their heads is like their hair. They're like crazy mad scientist hair.
They were. I could have sworn that it was supposed to be because the original Lost Soul sprite had like a 2-pronged flame.
Yeah, the blue and the red, right?
Wait, what? Sorry. Oh,
Wasn't
you're
like
talking
2
about
colors
the no, that's the real original one. Sorry.
Yeah.
A middle version looked like almost exactly the same as the final version, but the flame was less hair-like. And in Doom 2, they updated it to be like an Ace Ventura.
Go back. Yeah, there we go.
You know the little hair whip?
They changed the Lost Soul between Doom 1 and 2?
Yeah, his hair and his nose. He got a nose job and like he put in some hair dye and slicked it.
Wow.
Like in Ultimate Doom, it uses the Doom 2 sprite, but in older versions of Doom 1, he has a somewhat different looking hair dye and nose. Or
You know, I've
jaw,
seen this.
hairdo, rather.
I've seen this, but I don't think I looked closely enough to notice like the difference. Not denying that it exists, of course. Just it was an experience I completely missed.
I was lucky to.
There's a secret in here, by the way.
Oh,
I think it's in. Yeah, you can see the big wall
Right.
or the big cabinet in the next room. I think it's behind these.
I see.
I'm not sure how you open it.
Hmm.
You might have to run out of a room and then back into the room or something like that. I'm not sure.
One of those kind of secrets, huh? Oh well.
Ugh, curse my memory.
Oh wait, it's just right there.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm dumb. I pressed one on the far edge books and bookshelves rather. And it didn't go up. I was like,
Look
oh,
at how
okay.
many cells. Like that is just crazy.
That's great.
It's
That's
got
really
440
generous.
cells there. I was out of this world.
And some more where that came from.
Hmm. Oh, and a backpack. That's right. You did not have a backpack before.
No, I sure didn't. That's a nice little find right there.
Hmm. So now the rest of the map is basically about exploring the different passages. Probably the most annoying one is the one where, not this one.
I'm just
it's
going
like
this
sludgy. This one's there's like a lot of stuff here, but it's not too bad, especially if you've got all those cells.
I'm just conserving a little bit.
Good move.
Oh, a box of rockets. That was kind of stashed away.
Cool. I'm trying to remember. I feel like every time I think who made this map in Plutonia, it's Milo, because I don't as a rule like his maps more, but I always find that he's made the ones I like. Oh, good. Okay. This is probably my favorite Dario map.
This is a Dario. Okay.
It's very pretty. It's one of the. I'm going to say it again because I want to emphasize it. This is definitely one of the best looking Plutonia maps. I feel like it's the one that he made late in the process. Possibly even was a TNT reject, potentially, because I mean, look at how this room reminds. It reminds me of Mill.
It is
there's
pretty
a
big.
processing room. It's the same kind of like those like the low. Oh, it's hard to explain. There's like in Mill, there's like cages full of revenants in that one room with the pistons.
Right.
This one's similar. Get ready for Mancubie. I used to love that room because it was like a little hideout to like
A little
survive
chill,
Mancubie's
carpeted
siege.
room for you to get your bearings before you go into the muck.
Yeah, but I like how if you just sit there in that room, the Mancubie will all come to you and then you can pick them off one by one. That is definitely how I used to play Doom. I always let the enemies take the fight to me.
See, I just never had that. I was, maybe when I was much younger, but I was always just kind of an aggressive, but also easy to kill player, I guess.
Well, I mean, Doom would not still be a game I play today regularly if I didn't grow a backbone at some point, but when you're a keyboard-only player with playing and no haven't made any customizations or adjustments, you gotta kind of be careful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Doom Guy's mobility can only really be fully exploited by mouse and keyboard players. I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless you're Viper Killer. Viper Killer is just an outstanding player. I have no idea how he plays keyboard only.
Takes a lot of.
FG's a good player too, but even he, I feel like, takes things at a slightly slower pace but plays smarter. He has to play smarter to survive.
Right.
I don't like playing smart. I like playing dumb.
Yeah, I like.
That's where the fun is.
It's probably pretty obvious, but I like to just go in guns blazing.
Well, that's where the fun is. I think going in minus a strategy and trying to improvise is some of the most fun I have playing Doom.
I'm all about just trying to take it on in the moment.
There's a rocket launcher.
Good. It's nice to have one after so long.
Well, you could have had it right away. You just needed a rad suit to access that room.
Yeah, I wasn't radical enough. Terrible.
These are some pretty low hanging fruit here. Ooh, circle strafe to win.
These terrible puns that I'm coming up with.
Is it your proximity to me that's making you?
No, I've always been a terrible punter. It's just something that we happen to have in common. Yours are better than mine. Yours are not as. I'll say I'll know a pun is a piece of garbage that no one should ever hear, and for some reason that makes me like it a little bit more. I know that's really backwards and strange, but it's like this pun is so terrible that I have to say it.
I mean, I've learned, well, not recently, but there are bad puns that are just rank and awful and ripe for the picking. Should never be uttered. But then there are puns that are even lower than that, where it's like, I see that you're going for that low-hanging fruit pun type joke, and it's just, I don't know. I think you can push through to when the puns are bad again. It is possible. Although, you can push even further than that to the point where like you're doing it on purpose, and I don't know. There's many layers of irony. We millennials are very sophisticated.
How many levels of irony are you on?
I'm constantly operating on multiple levels of irony. Look at this. I love this.
This is a really cool... You're right. This is more of what you're talking about, being a very pretty map.
And I mean, if that's not straight out of... or if that's not directly inspiring Sunder Sunlust with its...
Ooh, the ankle-deep sludge, too.
Oh, nice.
Or waist-deep, really, it looks like.
You're knee-deep in shit.
You're knee-deep in the poop.
Indeed.
I had a discussion with Bio the other day when I was playing a map. And he said, why does the brown stuff hurt you in some maps? He's like, it doesn't make sense then or now. And I'm like, yeah, it's shit. And he's like, yeah, it's only shit. And I'm like, well, think about it. Shit is pretty toxic. Like, would you actually want... Waiting around in shit, you'd probably get cholera or like plenty of other things. So I think I never really thought of it that way. What was that?
You're taking cholera and dysentery damage. That's what the damage is.
That's the Doom canon. Doom guy swims in feces and gets oh shit.
Go back and get a rat suit, dude.
Yeah, there's so many there.
100 rat suits over there.
Yeah, there's 1,000 and I ran away from them. I'll get them on my way back through.
Fair enough.
Since I'm so far away, it'll just hurt me more going for him at this point.
Will it hurt you plenty?
It'll hurt me plenty. Oh yeah, it'll be ultra violent.
Or will it ultra violence? Ha.
Hey, not too rough with those terrible jokes there, MtPain.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm too young to die of sighing and rolling my eyes. Sorry,
this is a fucking nightmare. I can't wake up from this nightmare.
That was the most awful string of Doom video jokes ever.
That was hideous. Yeah, we should both be canceled at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anybody who's watching this, please just stop and
this is our living end.
Misery. I'm speechless. Actually speechless.
I'm squeaking.
Well, I mean, we're in the right place. We're in the fucking sewers of Doom jokes and Doom content.
Yeah,
we belong with the shit.
Yeah, I was wading through. The shit really rubbed off on me, literally and figuratively.
I actually really like this fight.
Oh, no. I took too long
There's
to
a
switch.
megasphere. If you could have survived, there's a megasphere behind that lowering wall.
It took so long switching to the plasma gun like a dumbass.
The whole premise of this map is like big fights that strike quickly.
This is straight out of a modern one. A circle
like angular
full of demons.
It's not talked about enough, and it's referenced somewhat often, but this is like really is a landmark map.
It is. It's definitely way ahead of its time in terms of its approach.
Also very un-Plutonia-like because it's kind of long and exploratory and multi-staged, and like I said, dude, there's a megasphere in that toxic room.
I will grab that. Don't you worry.
Just making sure you don't die again. Just looking out for your health.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A true friend looks out for their friend's health.
Yeah, I'm also sort of just being snide and judgy and
Yeah, you are? I wasn't
arrogant as hell. You're letting my ego run wild in this series. You're not bothering to check it.
I didn't realize you were being snide. I'm reading in. I assume that you're more pure than you are.
A lot of people make that mistake. Once. Assume MtPain is nice once. Shame on you. Shame on me.
Assume MtPain is wrong twice. You ain't gonna assume it again, all right?
Indeed. Indeed. LinkedIn. All those.
What'd you say?
I said Indeed, LinkedIn. Because I say Indeed too often, and Indeed's a job searching site, and then I said LinkedIn because that's also where you find jobs.
Dude,
that was the joke.
Indeed, okay, it's okay, dude. I said
it flew over Doomkid's head, so I just want to make sure it doesn't fly over anybody else's head. That's
no, I know what Indeed is, but it's just the amount you say Indeed reminds me of the amount I say it's funny, so it's okay.
Nobody could ever match in any verbal quirk the amount that you say it's funny. It is the be all and end all of.
You're only saying it because I said it a trillion times while we were talking to Coincident.
It's just your pet phrase that you start almost every sentence with, because the word funny means a lot of different things. It can mean peculiar, it can mean interesting, it can mean humorous. So it's kind of your all-purpose phrase.
It is a good catch-all, or catch most at least.
I had a. He was like the no, I'm not sure what he did. He was a guy who didn't teach any classes and wasn't an administrator, who was around my high school like 45 years. His name was Mr. Shell. Mr. Shell was well known for having a pet phrase that he leaned on, which was "from that standpoint." So he would just begin and end and interject from that standpoint into sentences completely nonsensically. And once I heard him legitimately say, from that standpoint. He said it back to back.
Oh my god.
He said it twice in a row, and I just thought at this point, he's insane. He's an
and from that standpoint, you just thought.
If we're gonna presume he's an insane person, from that standpoint, I have to have a little bit of pity for him. That would be an actual correct use of the phrase, but I'm saying he would throw it in
even when it was just not warranted at all.
You have to turn your homework in tomorrow from that standpoint.
That's really strange. Some people have their verbal tics though, and they come out more or less depending on if they're nervous or excited or bored, or it's different triggers for different tics.
He did have one operating mode. He didn't really show emotion. He was just the same guy all the time.
Oh right.
Now, my suspicion is that he took, at some point, probably in adulthood, took a speech class, like how to give speeches, and I'm guessing that he was told to like come up with a fallback phrase rather than saying all that stuff.
Yeah, so you don't want to come off like me, where I just go, duh in the middle of shit where I'm trying to think of stuff. So I guess it's better from that standpoint. It's a better thing to fall back on.
Stop it. Stop
I'm sorry.
it.
No.
You've lost your from that standpoint privileges. I was using it to illustrate somebody else's verbal tics.
It's just been revoked.
You know what's underrated though is silence. When you can't think of something to say, just being silent. I don't think the occasional or is that distracting. I mean, it can be distracting, but that's also like, I don't know, not exactly a. It's not verboten, at least where I'm sitting.
Oh, from where you're sitting, you really worked hard to not say the phrase just then.
Yeah, but I wasn't even thinking about that.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Have you saved?
I mean, I haven't
Just
done.
wondering.
I haven't done that much good. I keep getting a lot of damage and. Oh.
We haven't even mentioned that we're playing Odyssey of Noises, which is definitely the longest. Well, not definitely the longest. It's one of the longest Plutonia maps. Very unsparing of the player in terms of lacking cover. It's also one of the grandest maps in the WAD. Following up what was previously probably the grandest map in the WAD. This is definitely the best city map in all of the commercial
WADs.
It's the closest, I think, that anybody came to
feeling like a city.
Yeah, well, simulating a place that wasn't like a this could be this subs in for hell on earth for sure. It's not perfect, not as detailed as it wants to be,
but still, it's better than. Kind of reminds me this stretch here that's particularly plain. Reminds me of maps I made as a kid. Oh well, I was gonna say maps I made when I was like 9 or 10 years old, but yeah.
Yeah.
Where I would just my way of making a city was a bunch of different height sectors and like staircases that led to the roof and you could do stuff. That was my idea of a city map. Which, to be fair, was actually probably better than downtown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as it didn't have any arrows, it was better designed than downtown. Right?
No arrows. You know, we all know what arrows are.
Bad design. Speaking of taking stairs up to rooftops, you are going to want to do that if you're going to progress in this map.
I just am trying to get rid of some of these little sniping jerks, but they always have backup. What's up?
Kid walking around with a shotgun in his hand, and he also has a plasma rifle with 100 cells in it. And he's not using that to kill Mancubi.
I'll never get this. My shells.
You can.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Defend yourself.
The chain gunners need to be sniped.
Yeah, but you weren't pointing. Okay, you had the shotgun out when you were aiming at orangutans and Mancubi too, and like that's a dead ringer for you. Got to have the plasma rifle out.
Don't worry. No. When I actually am trying, I didn't want to fight those guys yet. That was part of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was waiting. You believe me?
Yeah, you're waiting for your moment, man. Seize your moment.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
No, I'm never sarcastic, dude. You know me.
Fucking, I will
always
slap.
Always purely sincere and honest and open. And...
I will slap.
This has just become more and more of an antagonistic relationship throughout this series. I like how it's developed.
It's the same thing that happened with Sandwedge and I.
Yeah. Don't ever get that bad.
I will say though, that Bio sat in for about like 40 minutes of doing with me, and he was critiquing me hardcore. I had to finally pull out the whole like, Bio, damn it! If I'm sucking that hard, deathmatch me. We'll see how hard I suck.
Now, see, if the roles were reversed, I genuinely believe. I mean, I'm not sure if you suffer from this. Because, well, I mean, I can't watch you play. Like, the point I'm trying to make is that under observation, I think everybody's Doom skills go down a little bit, especially under
duress, which I'm putting you under duress by yammering in your ear.
Oh, no. If anything, actually, you're relaxing me. I would be more tense if you weren't here, in all seriousness. And this is with most of my friends who I actually play Doom with, that's the case. I ham up some of my reactions just because I know I'm being recorded.
Ooh, hey, don't fall in the lava if you can avoid it, because it's very damaging.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
I somehow luckily avoided it. Okay.
I'm saying even around friends, like even if it was me playing and you commentating in the background, I do believe I would probably play worse, just because I always play best when I'm not observed, which I never play competitively, so it's not a matter of like I'm setting world records or anything, but I play looser. I don't know.
I know what you mean. You feel more in your zone. Doom, the way that Doom was planned to be played was by people in their bedroom or in their office, I assume.
That's right. This is totally like out of the blue, but you mentioned people playing Doom in like their office or whatever, and I just remember the factoid that like Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails became like obsessed with Doom. That's why he worked on Quake. And I'm just I always pictured Trent Reznor playing Doom between like Nine Inch Nails concerts, and that's like the coolest thing ever. To like, he was the biggest, he was like gigantic back then. So imagine getting Trent Reznor's attention such that it like distracted him from touring. That's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that is really awesome. And in fact, a lot of Nine Inch Nails midis, like for 1994 to 1997 maps, and still beyond that as well. Nine Inch Nails midis were super common. I can't help but think Trent Reznor, if he played a couple of WADs, he probably ran across one playing his own song back to him. You know what I mean?
I have no idea if Trent would have played any P-WADs, but I mean, he definitely played the I-WADs, or at least one of them.
Being involved with, what's it called, Quake's development and stuff makes me wonder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no Doom Deathmatch, we don't think about it now, and the people who did it back then just grew away from the scene and are older and just not young enough to be on DoomTube or Twitch or whatever. But there was a huge and really avid Doom Deathmatcher scene back then too, I know.
Oh, absolutely.
Of all people, Joe Rogan talking about it on his podcast a couple times.
No way.
And so it wouldn't be surprising to me if Trent Reznor had played a couple death matches on custom maps in his day.
Oh yeah, no, I think he's much more likely to have done that, to be honest, than playing single player stuff.
Yeah.
That required more investment and oh no.
That was sucky. No, I got bit to death by that cacodemon, and that was completely my fault.
Yeah.
I'm too busy trying to think of famous people who I remember mentioning that they played Doom Deathmatch back in the day. There's a few of them.
Topic.
There's a few.
Who else?
It was a cultural movement that just... Quake sort of took the wind out of multiplayer Doom's sails, and then the ball was just passed from game to game after that.
Yeah. Well, that's the price to pay for being the first fast-paced multiplayer FPS. It kind of will get outdone.
FPS? Fast-paced multiplayer first-person shooter, FPS.
Oh my god. Yeah, FPS.
Sorry, it was it reminds me of when people used to say, like, oh, it's like a online paid massive multiplayer MMORPG. OP, you know, all this, like, these huge acronyms.
MMORPG, it's like too many letters to begin with.
Oh, I don't know if you've ever watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, but he has the one that's like, oh, it's a BS FPS or whatever. Like
BS FPS. No, I've never I have not sampled AVGN. I know of him, but I couldn't tell you like what. Somebody said I made an AVGN joke in one of my videos, and I was like, I doubt it because I don't watch him.
Unintentional reference to the same thing, perhaps.
Yeah. It's. I don't claim that. I feel like most of my jokes are either not original or easy to replicate.
There's nothing truly original under the sun, you know.
Oh no, and jokes least of all, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Mostly in how you tell them. Just ask Dane Cook. Dennis Leary, for that matter.
Oh, Dennis Leary and Bill Hicks, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, and well, Dennis Leary and a lot of people, allegedly. But yeah, definitely Bill Hicks. Do you have an opinion on Bill Hicks? By the way,
I like his stand-up personally, but now if you say you like those like grumpy old era stand-up comedians, you're seen as an asshole these days. So I don't know if I'm gonna get canceled for saying I like Bill Hicks or something.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you'd get canceled, but I have watched a fair amount of Bill Hicks, and it's like I like hearing him talk. He's like not even a comedian to me, honestly.
He's just like a storyteller.
Well, and he got up. It's like he had some shit to say. He got up and said it. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
sometimes it's really funny though.
Some of it's funny. I just think
the bit where he's like, today a young man dropped acid and realized that the world is composed of molecules and all that. You know, it goes on this big spiel. And now here's Tom with the weather. Like, it was just really fun. Like
that one I remember. That's a pretty famous bit of his.
Yeah, I like that one. And the one about not taking things too seriously and taking them too to heart because life's just a ride.
Life's just a ride.
It's got ups and downs, and yeah, the way he presented that was very good.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I agree. He's got tons of stuff of substance to say. I just think that like modern comedians have gotten a little bit better at marrying the like real humanistic substance with just flat out funny delivery. Whereas some comedians also back in the day they could just kind of say anything and their jokes were kind of lame, but their delivery was great.
Yeah, that was true for a lot of, like, even some of Robin Williams' jokes. That's the case, I would argue.
Oh, he's a great example. I can't name a single like Robin Williams joke, but he's just an amazingly funny human being.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just naturally funny and entertaining.
Exactly.
But I gotta say, I think there's something to be said for quote-unquote comedians who I can go 10 minutes and not laugh once, but be really entertained and still really like what I'm hearing and seeing. Like,
I absolutely agree.
To me, that's its own joy. You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. I mean, George Carlin was that. He was not that funny. He would get up and just rant about things he was angry about. He was like he didn't originate it necessarily, but he's one of the most famous early like comedian philosophers.
Angry old grandpa ranting. But you know what? I agreed with a big chunk of what he said. So, and I honestly, angry people ranting when they're not hamming it up too much. It's mostly legit, maybe slightly hammed up. But an angry person ranting is just kind of inherently funny to me anyway. Like, I'm primed to laugh at someone who's like, looks like they're teetering on the edge going, and you know what else pisses me off? You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God. We would have been great college roommates because that's exactly how I treated my college roommate. I did a lot of like knocking on his door. Hey, Joe. That's what I just saw. And then the rant continues.
Yeah, no, I would have. I think we would have enjoyed that for sure. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's a nasty room. I always had trouble with how far like the spacing of these chain gunners is kind of ridiculous. They're not like impossible to hit, but there's so many of them. Like unless you're ducking in and out of the room, it'll take a lot of damage.
Wow, this map has been pretty long, but pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Another comedian who I feel like, he's actually a great example of like he's a tremendous writer, Larry David.
Larry, I was wondering if you were going to say Jerry Seinfeld or Larry David, because honestly, both have like quite a history at this point. So.
Oh yeah, I think I prefer Larry to Jerry.
Oh, yeah, he's the funnier one of the two, for sure. But I think, like, Jerry Seinfeld, I know him more for his acting and like, just being Jerry Seinfeld in the show. At which he was great.
Oh my god, yeah, no doubt. I don't know. I think, yeah, they needed each other, and it's so weird. I was just talking to my parents about this the other day.
Such a specific topic to have come up twice.
Yeah. It's like Larry needs to be made milder by Jerry, and Jerry needs something to like give him a little edge and give him something to say.
Yeah. You know, it's a little spice.
No, they're both, deliriously accomplished all by themselves anyway. So it's not like
sure,
I'm taking
but they complement each other very well. I agree. The one where Larry David plays Bernie Sanders cracked me up, I gotta say.
Was that an SNL sketch?
I want to say it was. I can't remember for sure, but how similar their mannerisms are and how they look just cracked me. It's just inherently funny. Two eccentric old guys looking alike and sounding alike is another one of those oddly inherently funny concepts to me.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is a whole E shit right here. It's a robotic turd. Boy, this map has a lot of opposition, but I feel a little like I'm wandering at times.
Yeah, it's not. It's very well. It's not directed very much. It's unlinear.
Ouch.
I think that building with the chain gunners does not have any keys in it, but the rest of them. Yeah, wait, no. You know what? When you triggered the pain elemental and the cacodemon on the roof, you went through like the red. There were red bars and they raised. You never went and got the yellow key. And then there's also that.
I was waiting for that. I was so ready for it.
If you try to find the start area, there's a building right next to the start area with a set of stairs that leads you up to where the yellow key is, and that's pretty important.
Okay, I'll find that after collecting these. Okay, so at the starting area, I can't remember if that was north or south from here.
I think it's northeast, I want to say.
Oh, I'm going southwest.
That's the opposite of... literally going the opposite way. I also, I gave you bad directions because I started giving you instructions while you were going the right way.
There it is.
See, there's the yellow key, so just aim yourself. Yeah. You gotta make that jump. No, it's not that way. No.
I thought you said I gotta... Oh.
Sorry. But that's the building you want to get to. So you're gonna have to jump the gap to get to that building. So it's go.
Is it this building here I need to jump from?
No, not that building. Not that building. The one you're looking at right now. There's a key on it.
Yeah, I see it.
So you have to jump to that building from the building to your right.
From this one here.
Yeah. So you gotta take. I think there's. Yeah, you take those stairs up right there. You just saw them.
This one here, and it's a tri-building jump. I get it now.
And you jump into that building. Yes, exactly. There we go. This always tied me up, and I always lost my way getting here.
I'm not surprised. It's pretty obscure.
Maybe it is linear.
It was years of playing downtown before I figured out how to actually beat it any of the two legitimate ways. Oh shit.
Oh, that's right. You died here and then didn't come back. Okay. All right. Well, that means you're pretty much close to finishing this thing up then, because there are not that many monsters left.
No, this is we're right near the end.
Wow, we've almost reached the end of our journey.
It's been a fun journey, I've really enjoyed it so far.
Well, we'll have to hear your extended thoughts. I'll finally shut up and you can give us a recap of your first Plutonia single player playthrough all the way through.
That's right. I
think there's a megasphere in there. I think that's a Casali. Yeah. Yep, Casali megasphere secret. Very, very hard to get for keyboarders who can't strafe run and turn at the same time. Still a nasty little jump. It's not easy. You gotta kind of yeah, you know what to do. There we go. Nice.
Okay, now there's a yellow doe.
Yellow door. That should be like on the same street as the cyber demons firing down. Or I could be completely wrong.
It's okay. I've.
Oh no! Wait, no! You have to go there first, and then there's yellow bars behind a door on Cyber Demon Street. Yeah, that opens the bars behind that door.
On the bars on Cyber Street.
Yes, the bar. Yeah.
They're run down. You know, they're not.
They're hopping. Yeah, watering holes on Cyber Street.
Oh, Cyber Street's this way. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
boy, that's a good idea. Make a Doom city. Make a Doom map with city streets and stuff. Import some mid textures of signs that actually have name the streets.
Oh. I know some maps out there have done. The select few in the world have done that before. But
Definitely a pretty decent idea for if anybody's out there making a Doom City-esque WAD. The blue key. That's again. You're gonna have to jump on the top of a building for that, and I think there should be some. Yeah, it's definitely on the north.
Blue line.
I think there's some blue bars blocking something. I regret to say my directions I give here are probably as bad as I've given you the entire WAD or the entire Mega WAD.
Well, that's.
I know that there are revenants, or there were revenants near where you wanted to go.
Revenants and imps. You go here. Revenants and imps. I go there. Revenants and imps.
That's Rowdy Rudy 2 map 20 in a nutshell.
Fuck. Okay. I've already been in here a trillion times, haven't I? Yep.
Yeah.
I've been in every single part of the village, haven't I?
North. It's pretty close to where the yellow key was. It's like in the same neighborhood. No pun intended.
Same neck of the neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Really close.
Any secrets here?
Not here. It's a little bit. Okay. Yeah, head north of here. Yeah.
Do I need to jump on the building again?
Or you've already been there. So I think it's. Yeah. Wait. I think it's. Yeah. Go through there up those stairs. There we go. There we go. There's the Revenant. Yep. Okay. Excellent.
Here it is.
Excellent. Whew. That's a relief.
It's a tough one, man.
It really is. Especially because you got to find the blue key to lower the bars that block the.
You could probably.
Oh, actually. Oh no! That's sorry. That switch behind the. No, there was no switch. I think it's just you get the blue key and that's what lowers the bars. Yeah. And now I believe you can leave. I should have raised.
You can leave.
Yes. I believe you can touch the sky. There should be a building in the periphery of the city that had some like there are stairs raised there that weren't there before, and you can exit. I think there's also one more skeleton party that has been released. Skeleton and Pinky Party.
Do you remember which region of the city, like north, south, east, west?
I would guess to the northeast.
Okay.
And it is on the outskirts, so you just.
Okay. There's all those caco holes.
Oh, we can't talk about those holes.
We can't talk about those holes. Don't touch the holes either, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know where they've been. They're just John Romero, apparently.
You don't know what's come out of them. You don't know what's gone into them.
I remember somebody described the function of the holes as like
like not ventilation, but like that's where the air that's propelling them into the air is coming out of. And I always thought that was very, very silly.
In 2014, if not earlier, I remember Memphis making a post on Doomworld like, yeah, the cacodemons fart out of that hole, and that's what causes them to float. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It's gas. It's gas-powered flight.
Everyone knows cacodemons they stay airborne through sheer anger.
That was through sheer roundness. Oh wow.
You did it.
Oh boy, that was a serious one, man.
It is. Although I think actually if we took a skew of all your times, like you set them up against the par times, or like what I would expect your run time to be. This one was only a couple minutes longer than like what a run by an experienced player would look like. I think I'd probably finish snapping like between 17 and 20 minutes.
A player who hasn't fully memorized the layout.
Yeah. So you did really well in this one, whereas
I'm gonna take a little intermission breather here, just for like literally 30 seconds.
Our intermission before map 30?
Oh, like, you know, a very small intermission just to stretch.
Yeah. Usually intermissions come in the middle of the video, not an hour and 50 minutes in, or however long it's been.
It's only been about an hour and a half, so not even. Actually, an hour and 26 minutes.
Lovely.
But yes, please do continue to talk. It would assist me greatly. So
I will. Will it assist you greatly with my arrogance and contempt?
A flood of accusations spewed forth from
the smite of discontent, or the smite of disrespect. It's the one that made the least sense to me. The phrase.
I kind of like the phrase "smite of disrespect," though.
But you almost never hear smite used as a noun. It's like even if someone smites you, I wouldn't say he gave him a smite. It's very odd. It's very odd phrasing.
Can smite be used as a noun, like the smite? Like can
no,
it be used?
I mean I'm saying it's obscure to the point of non-existence.
To smite is verb only, isn't it? There's no noun, not even tense.
You can. I don't know. You can hit someone, or you can give them a hit. You can punch someone, or give them a punch. I would assume smite could work that way, where it's an action and also an action verb, but also a distinct action. But I'm saying it's already an archaic enough word that I doubt it is ever used that way. So, was Bloodite Crypto? Is he American, or was he American?
I believe he was. He was either American or from the UK. One of the two.
Okay.
But I remember the first place
just because you speak the language doesn't mean you know how to use it.
You since you played Z-Doom, what year did you first start playing Z-Doom, MtPain? It was
2019.
2019. So you noticed all the messages like being smitten by a cacodemon, for example?
Yes. Yeah, I love that.
As a young kid, 2001 I was only 9 when I first saw those messages. So
bits.
That's where I learned the word smitten, was from that.
Oh. So you were first smitten by a cacodemon.
The wee age. Okay, I'll get started in a second. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Getting into this final stretch here. The last map. Oh boy. I do remember this.
Positively the best, the Icon of Sin maps of the 3. This is definitely the best. That being between TNT, Icon of Sin, or sorry, TNT Doom 2 and this one. I think this is Gateway to Hell is the best of the 3. Because it's somewhere between like the full level rundown that TNT gives you and the complete just non-challenge, non-Doom map that Icon of Sin is. Strange damaging floor in there.
Yeah, that's really weird and annoying. And I kept getting stuck on a little tiny corner. Doom 2, I mean, I like the Icon of Sin. I famously like the Icon of Sin.
You're an icon apologist.
I am. I'm a total icon apologist.
Well, then you'll love this map because it does a good job with the Icon of Sin. A very rare map that uses the Icon of Sin well.
They don't call him an icon for no reason, okay?
Yes. Well, what kind of icon? Oh, he's an icon of sin, so he's not a fashion icon. He's not a sports icon. He's an icon of.
Oh, he's a fashion icon. He's a fashionista. Oh shit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. That's what I get for talking utter
Cyber Demon, the gatekeeper disagrees.
Yeah. It's like, you want to talk some stupid bullshit? Here's a rocket. God.
Wait, you just there's a vial, a spawned vial showed up there. That's terrible luck. There's only 2 archviles in this whole map. The 2 that you already killed. Oh, you got another one. That is horrible luck.
I just was I was forgetting to take into account the, you know, I just need to get these pressed. Oh, this is so bullshit. I'm just gonna start over.
There's always a certain level of BS in Icon of Sin fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 random archviles spawn. That's terrible.
Yeah,
not really that fluent about the percentages, the chances of spawning one type of enemy over another in Icon of Sin physics, but
archviles are the least likely enemy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know, but is it like 1% chance, or is it like a 0.5%, or what?
It's higher than that. It's like 4% or something.
I'm looking it up. I'm just curious now because I knew it was rare, but not like the most rare. I mean, they are the most rare, but I don't know. Just gotta know what the odds of it spawning 2 of them in the first like 20 monsters is. The odds are. God. Jesus Christ! I'm at the end of my ability to speak coherently. No, the odds of spawning an archvile are 0.78%.
Holy shit.
Less than 1%. So that means if you got 2 in the first like 20 spawns, pretty ridiculous. It's been a while since I've taken statistics, but I reckon it's pretty unlikely. I think the Casali's thought, and I used to think, that the fast elevator was like harder than Doom's, or harder than Doom 2's elevator. But I think it's actually pretty merciful because you can reload the chamber faster. And, I don't know, like it's not that much of a difference in terms of reflexes.
Right. Okay.
Now, monsters can easily block your path, which is really annoying. But, I don't know. The fact that you can just press a button and it goes zooming down to the bottom as opposed to waiting an entire lifetime for it to rise again.
Oh yeah, it's so annoying in Doom 2. I'm not hitting it from there, am I?
Whoa, hey, you're hiding behind the Icon of Sin. Here's an idea. Hide back there and just like let monsters spawn for half an hour. And then the game will eventually crash due to vanilla limits, the thing limit being exceeded.
That's a terrible idea.
Use the Force, Luke.
Oh man, this is just... Dude, I wish it was slower and a little bit shallower, because hitting this timing perfectly is just... Oh my god, it's such a bitch.
I think if you get it right once, you'll get it.
He says.
I'm saying if you get it right once, you can get it right every time. There's like a lot of noise out there right now, clearly, but once you're in this position where you can fire a bunch of times, you're firing way too early, dude. You're jumping the gun, as it were.
And then just missing. Gosh.
I'm not sure how easy it is. I think it's probably a lot harder, actually, to do the second shot jumping off the platform.
I haven't got a single one in the hole, by the way. I have not got a single one in.
Oh, there we go. That's one. Well, don't fire like a bunch. There's only. Oh.
Did I get a couple?
I think you got 2. There's like. Yeah, there's definitely no reason to fire like 12 rockets, but firing a few is not too bad.
I'm gonna fire 13 rockets, in fact.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that works out for you.
Okay, I'll try 3 instead. That might actually work.
Oh, you're not gonna run out of rockets, that's for sure.
Bastard. Oh, this is just fucking... You know what's the one thing that you don't have to do in any of my... I've made multiple Icon of Sin fights. And timed rockets is not a thing that I make the player do. Especially not like this.
Oh, no, it's a terrible idea. Mostly because, like, if there were, I don't know, if every 10 levels in Doom 2 there was a timed rocket thing, where you had to do timed rockets to
or at least
progress.
like a timed shootable switch or something to at least get you in the zone.
Yeah, anything that required you to draw back or to rely on skills that you had built up to. I don't know. I'd much rather fight a really big monster than do this.
Doom 2's honestly is more merciful because you can get 2 pretty easily in one go, whereas this is just like, this timing is so down to the gnat's ass.
Oh, it's definitely harder. This is definitely a harder Icon of Sin map, but I like it much more.
None of them go in. None of them fucking go in.
Maybe after we're done recording here, I'll give this a try because I'm very curious. I think you're making this look harder than it is. That was kind of callous, but it doesn't take as much wind up time. Like the Icon of Sin, like in Doom 2, is just a lot more waiting.
Loaded the wrong one.
And also, I routinely save scum. Like, I think it's like the default to save scum Icon of Sin maps. Better spawns and to shoot rockets like this. Absolutely no shame in it.
There
we go. Woo. Congratulations. You have beaten Plutonia Experiment single player.
Phew, I struggled a lot.
Enjoy your credits.
I got my ass kicked so much on that last one.
All right, what do we got here?
The gatekeeper's evil face is splattered all over the gatekeeper's evil face is splattered all over the place.
This end text is actually pretty iconic.
Its tattered corpse collapses, an inverted gate forms and sucks down the shards of the last prototype accelerator. Not to mention the few remaining demons. You're done. Hell has gone back to pounding dead folks instead of good live ones. Remember to tell your grandkids to put a rocket launcher in your coffin. If you go to hell when you die, you'll need it for some final cleaning up. I like that. That's really fun. And there's the cool final screen right there. And because I'm holding control, it's killing them all right away. That was really fun. My internet actually just went to shit, so MtPain disconnected. But thankfully, he was with me for pretty much the whole way up till now. So.
Okay, well then let's just go there and talk about it.
Okay, I'm at it now. I clicked record again. Now that you're back, do you see me? Do you see our hero on the screen?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I
MtPain convinced me that I couldn't end on a shitty disconnection like that, and that I actually needed to talk a bit about it. And
right,
yeah.
and Doomkid convinced me to not just run away as soon as my obligation to this series was over, which is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to flee.
Yeah,
as
he
soon as
actually
possible.
disconnected intentionally. I thought it seemed like, wow, our connection was so smooth, and then he was
Hey,
just gone.
we didn't plan on telling this. This was not part of the plan.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
so
Plutonia.
I really liked Plutonia a lot overall. There were a few things that were a little too mean for my liking, but I mean, I'm not blaming it for the mistakes I made. I would say the vast majority of stuff that happened to me was just me playing sloppily. And MtPain did mention that it's hard to play up to your full potential while recording and chatting, and but you know what? It was fun. I liked it a lot. It was well balanced. The maps never dragged on too long. I can see why it's regarded as a classic. I used to be, I always liked Plutonia, but I was a little harsh on it at times when it would come up in discussions. I'm going to change my tune on that. Like, I think Plutonia is a great WAD, and I see why people emulate it. I think a lot of times they go a little too far with some of the stuff they borrow from it. But it's a great WAD overall. Definitely a great WAD. Thank you for joining me, MtPain, by the way. And do you have any final thoughts?
I just had a question. Did you have a favorite and or least favorite map?
Least favorite map was the circle at the end of Abattoir.
Yes. So basically, yeah, that's a pretty infamous fight. Definitely, well, I mean, far and away the hardest for where it's placed in the WAD. Like, if that were at the end of map 27, that would be still a hard fight. But it's in map 9, so.
It was thrilling. It was a thrilling fight. I'm not saying that it was a bad fight. It just wasn't up my alley. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
sure. Yeah.
It was fun. Like, everything about this one was really fun. And that was least favorite. So most favorite? That's hard to say. A lot of the maps were really good. I liked the one... I oddly enjoyed the one, map 23, that had the Barrels of Fun music.
Oh yeah, that's a very distinctive map in Plutonia. Tech basey, which is unusual. Sprawling. That's the one we kind of call the TNT knockoff or reject. Right.
No, there was a lot. It did a lot well. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too long, but I thought that was really fun. So, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope everyone in the chat and who watched this had a good time. And
this was a pleasure to be a part of, and I hope we can do something like this, maybe with a different WAD or slightly different format. But this was really fun. I like the tag team commentary on playthroughs, and I'm happy to join you again in the future.
Thanks, man. Well, we'll see you all around here again soon. Take care, everyone.